Adult Solutions. Add-on Desire.
Welcome to Adult Solutions Current Affairs program. This is Koteshwar. First, we are going to discuss the international current affairs as part of today's current affairs. Vladimir Putin to visit India on December 6th for 21st Indo-Russia annual summit. Russian President Vladimir Putin will visit India on December 6th. He will attend the 21st annual summit of the India and Russia, the Foreign Ministry said on Friday. The India-Russia annual summit was postponed last year due to the corona. 20 such conferences have been held so far. The new variant of concern is Omicron. The new variant of Omicron, which is also known as B1.1.529, detected in South Africa, is causing tremors in the world. Concerns are being raised that this could lead to another outbreak at a time when corona cases are on the decline and survivors are getting groomed again. Appearing in South Africa a few days ago, this variant has spread to the neighboring Botswana as well as Hong Kong. The latest cases are found in Israel and Belgium also. India to resume international flights from December 15th. India will resume regular international flights starting December 15th, the Ministry of Civil Aviation said on Friday. However, there will still be restrictions on at least 14 countries that have been designated as at risk by the Union Health Ministry. International travel has remained affected since March last year due to COVID-19 pandemic. US lawmakers meet with the Taiwan president in surprise visit. 5 US lawmakers met with the Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen on Friday in a surprise one-day visit intended to reaffirm the United States' rock-solid support for the self-governing island. There should be a government of all in Afghanistan. India, Russia and China aspire to form a truly coalition government that will represent all communities in Afghanistan. Declared that no one should use the territory of Afghanistan to invade other countries. The foreign ministers of the three countries met in a virtual manner on Friday to discuss Afghanistan as part of the Russia, India and China, which is also called as RIC model. At least 52 people are dead after a Russian coal mine fire in Siberia. A methane gas leak and explosion at a Siberian coal mine killed at least 52 people on Thursday, including 6 rescuers. Russia's worst mining disaster in more than a decade occurred at the Listvyazhanya mine in the Kemerovo region after gas filled a ventilation shaft, suffocating workers there, Russian officials said. Supply of 7 crore COVID doses to 95 countries. India. According to the Union Minister Ajit Singh, India has supplied 7.07 crore COVID doses to the 95 countries worldwide till the 22nd of this month. He was presiding over a meeting of science and technology ministers of the BRICS countries. Invitation to the Prime Minister of India Modi to the American Democracy Conference. Government sources said Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been invited to attend the Democracy Summit to be chaired by American President Biden on December 9th and 10th. Authorities on Friday announced that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi would attend the meeting in a virtual manner. National. 2 coaches of Udhampur Express catch fire in Madhya Pradesh. Passengers are safe. Udhampur Express train was on its way to Durg from Udhampur. The fire started in the A1 AC coach around 3:30 p.m. and spread to the A2 coach. The train was halted immediately and the fire was brought into control. The passengers managed to come out by breaking the window panes, the police said. Country tributes to the 26/11 dead. India on Friday paid tributes to the victims of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, one of the most horrific in the country's history. It commemorates the sacrifices of the martyrs who lost their lives in an attempt to end the ferocious plant Indhos attack 13 years ago. President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and top Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and some more other people were among the dignitaries who paid tributes to the deceased. Prevent attacks on judges. Chief Justice of India, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court Justice N.V. Ramana has asked to stop the ongoing attacks on the judiciary. Justice N.V. Ramana made the remarks at a function hosted by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi on Friday on the occasion of the Constitution Day and at an earlier meeting of the Supreme Court Bar Association. Malnutrition in 130 crore children in the world. Dr. A.K. Singh, Deputy Director General, Agriculture Research Council of India, ICAR, said that 130 crore children in the world are suffering from malnutrition. He was addressing the 5th International Agronomic Congress at the premises of Professor Jayasankar Agricultural University in Rajendra Nagar, Hyderabad. Tomato price increased by 63%. According to the Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, the price of tomato is currently around 67 rupees per kg, rise up 63% from last year. The Union Ministry of Consumer Affairs has said that interest-free loans are being provided to the state governments under the price stabilization policy and that these states must take steps to control the prices of essential commodities. Semiconductor assembling plant at a cost of 2,200 crore rupees. The Tata Group is planning to set up a semiconductor assembling and testing plant in the country. It is expected to invest around 2,200 crore rupees for this. Information that it is in consultation with the states of Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka for the land required for setting up the plant. AstraZeneca examining impact of new COVID variant on vaccine antibody cocktail. AstraZeneca Pharma India is launching a monoclonal antibody cocktail for COVID-19 victims. Dr. Anil Kukreja, Vice President of AstraZeneca Pharma India, said that patients with a weakened immune system are more likely to recover with this drug. The drug was developed from the tissues of the individuals recovering from the corona. File a case against Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut, Nampalli Court. Nampalli Court in Hyderabad on Friday directed that a case be registered against the Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut for making controversial remarks on the Indian independence movement. The court issued the orders after a lawyer filed a petition alleging that Kangana's remarks were meant to hurt the sacrifices of freedom fighters and the sentiments of the Indian people. Notices to central and state governments. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has accepted a petition filed on establishment of a national plan for the rehabilitation of severely COVID injured families. The bench comprising Justice Chandrachud and Justice Bopanna on Friday issued the notices to the center and all the state governments responding to this. Sudhir Katpalia, who filed the suit, also demanded the cancellation of fees of students who lost their parents with COVID-19. Andhra Pradesh flood prediction with automation. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan has announced that a real-time automation system will be set up to monitor rainfall and flood flow from time to time in small and large reservoirs during the heavy rains and floods. State Economic Chavos, COG report, the Controller and Audit General report on the Andhra Pradesh state government's financial policies. The legislature was outraged that there was a level of financial efforts beyond the control. The COG report said that 65 to 81% of the new government borrowings in the last 5 years would have to be used to repay the old debits. 11 MLCs are unanimous YSRCP candidates were unanimously elected in 11 local body MLC constituencies in 8 districts of the Andhra Pradesh state. Andhra Pradesh ranks 20th in poverty. The Niti Aayog has recently released multi-dimensional poverty index, which is also called as MPI, based on the National Family Health Survey to find out the situation in different states and districts. Andhra Pradesh ranks 20th in the country in poverty with 31% of the total poor in the state. According to the Niti Aayog's report, Bihar has the highest percentage of the poor in the country, while Kerala has the lowest percentage of the poor in the country. Telangana, 6 MLCs are unanimous. In the state of Telangana, 6 were unanimously elected to the Legislative Council in the 12 MLCs in local body quota. Elections will be held for another 6 seats. Maximum electricity demand in Hyderabad. Greater Hyderabad alone has the highest daily electricity demand of all 15 states and the union territories of the country. The maximum day demand in Hyderabad was 3,430 megawatts in last summer, and it is expected to reach 4,000 megawatts by next summer. Pride of Telangana Awards 2021. The Pride of Telangana Awards 2021 were presented at HSCC on Friday night under the auspices of Roundtable India. J.S. Ranjan, Principal Secretary of the State IT Department, presented the awards to those who have rendered outstanding services in 14 categories. Telangana ranks 18th in poverty according to a multi-dimensional poverty index which was released by the Niti Aayog. 13.7% of the people in Telangana are poor. Telangana ranks 18th in the percentage of the poor across the country, while Andhra Pradesh ranks 20th place. Sports. Cummins as Australia's new captain. Australia fast bowler Pat Cummins to lead the test team. Cummins has been named the 47th captain of the Australia test team. India's key battle with Poland. Defending champion India is gearing up for a crucial clash in the men's junior hockey World Cup. India will face Poland on Saturday, that is today, in Pool B. India lost to France in the first match and won the second match over Canada. But India has to win today's match to secure a quarter-final berth. Sindhu in semis. Indian star settler PV Sindhu has reached the semi-finals of the Indonesia Open Super 1000 tournament. In the women's singles quarter-finals on Friday, Sindhu defeated Sim Yuzin of Korea. These are the today's current affairs. Keep watching Adult Solutions Current Affairs program to get regular updates on current affairs. Thank you.
Add-on Solutions. Add-on Desires.